boxing voice.
This performance, being as though that it was so dominant, I mean, ultimately you did better than Bradley beating Abregu, which was his only loss. Does that put you in the category where you can't get a fight because guys may be a little bit intimidated to get in the ring with you?
Honestly, I never seen people run away from fighting me really, so I don't see that happening. But you know, I went out there, I did what I had to do, and honestly, I feel I could do even better. But what's next for me, I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Right.
I take nothing away from Brian, but for that fight, like I said before, I felt weak as I was fasting for Ramadan. But you know, you learn a lesson all the time, and my lesson was not to fight around the time where I'm fasting for Ramadan. But De La Hoya believes in me. You know, he knows what I can do, and I just went out there and I did it. Yeah. It's a motivation, you know, just watching the Brooklyn guys come up, you know, but if you put your mind and your time into it, it's like Paulie does, put your mind and your time into it, you can do it. You know, Paulie was in my ear giving me good advice, that helped also. He was telling me to stay focused, even coming out to the ring. You know, don't let all the fans and everybody make you lose your mind and lose on what you got to do in that ring. And you know what? That really helped me because it does take your focus off when you got everybody cheering for you and you know with the music playing and everything. So I just stuck to the game plan and it just kept on going.
Sadam, congrats on a big performance tonight. You know, fighters talk about if you go for the knockout, if you're looking for the knockout, that's when it doesn't come. Yeah. Was tonight an example of letting the knockout come fighting the fight?
For sure. I mean, because we've seen Abregu in his fights, we've seen him get clipped very hard and always get up. You know, so the knockout wasn't what I was looking for. I thought if it came, but I prepared for 10 rounds. So I was trying to win round by round, and it came. It was a beautiful feeling.
Did you sense him weakening before you put him away?
Well, I seen he was hurt. I didn't think he was weakening out, but I just stayed on him. You know, the referee called the fight. Thank you. Honestly, it was big, but at the same time, me making the Olympics and fighting over there with the crowd there as well, it's a big moment for me. So I've had that experience in me, and I knew I can do it. So if you can believe, you will achieve. So you know that's what I stuck to.
What's going on?
Right. I felt comfortable, you know, I didn't want to panic. I knew he was going to get aggressive, but I knew if I kept my movement and making him miss and making him work to hit me, then I would get the victory. And I just stuck to my game plan to work. Well, my confidence definitely built. I've always had confidence. I always know I can do it, but just seeing it happen builds more confidence. And I'm just ready for what's next. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to go to toe-to-toe because honestly, I'm the type that I like pleasing the fans, you know, and I like making the fight exciting. But I can't give what Abregu wants. That's his fight. You know, he's a little flat-footed and he has tremendous power. And in his mind, for him to beat me is him knocking me out. So I couldn't do it. There was times I would step in and throw hard punches, but overall, I had to be the smart man in the ring and outbox him. Yeah, I did feel his power. I did feel he definitely can crack. I think he hit me with a left uppercut. He hit me with something, I'm not sure. I don't remember what round it was, but he did have power, but you know, I kept my composure, stayed smart. One thing God gave me was being able to recover when I'm hurt, and not everybody has that, and I'm very happy that I do.
You were an incredible amateur. But not every fighter that does great amateurs always becomes very good pro. You know, how satisfying is that you are able to make this change?
It's a great feeling. You just got to be able to adapt. Amateurs and pro boxing is different in ways, but you got to know when to pick your shots, when to make somebody miss. It's little things that's important, and you know, I'm glad that I have that.
With this victory, is that next fight should be a final fight in welterweight division?
I don't know. I gotta go back to the scoreboard and see what has for me. Could be a title fight. It could not be. You know, but it only goes up from here. I can't really call the shots. I'll just see what happens.
What's a bigger moment for you? When you made the Olympic team or now? Feeling-wise?
Yeah, I would have to say now, because making the Olympics, that was as an amateur, and you know, all that work I did, it all built up to being a professional and really shining in front of everybody. So this is bigger for me. You know, I stepped up and I made it count, and it only goes up from here. And I'm excited. You know, I'm still young, 26, and I'm just ready to keep climbing that ladder.
Sadam, in the first 4 rounds, you seem to be struggling a little bit to figure him out. What did you eventually figure out, you know, after the knockdown? What gave you that confidence to go after him and be the aggressor after you hurt him?
Right, well, I knew at the beginning of the rounds he was going to try to, you know, come out strong and catch me with a punch and end the fight early, make it an easy night for him. So in the beginning, I was being cautious, you know, picking him out, figuring things out. And after a while, I figured it out, and I took over from there.
How pleasing is it to take out the boogeyman, sort of like what Danny Garcia did to Lucas Matisse?
Right.
You know, people said, myself included, you know, you were going to get hurt in this fight, judging off of Abregu's, you know, past. How, like, impressive is that?
It's a great feeling. A lot of people didn't believe it could happen, and if you believe, you can achieve. And I just want to show everybody, it doesn't matter what people say. You know, just stick to what you can do and do it, and that's what I did. Thank you.
The Boxing Voice.